Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, if you're a creator or marketer, you have absolutely heard the old cliche, right? The money is in the list. But let's be totally real for a second. For a lot of us, that's just, well, not true at all. Today, we're unpacking some fascinating source material to figure out exactly why so many of us are pulling our hair out over email lists that make literally $0. We're going to flip some traditional marketing advice completely upside down. It's a painful question, isn't it? Why does your list make zero money? Look, before we even try to fix the problem, we need a massive paradigm shift. The actual reason you're hearing crickets, or worse, losing subscribers, is that you are fundamentally misunderstanding what the first sale really is. You're waiting around for a transaction that, quite frankly, you haven't earned yet. So, here is our roadmap for fixing this today. We'll hit the first sale myth, move on to the currency of trust, lay out 3 rules for email, and finally wrap up with the bottom line.
All right, let's jump right into part 1, the first sale myth.
Most people get this so wrong. They think the transaction only happens when the wallet comes out, right? No credit card, no sale. But the reality? Your actual first sale happens the exact second a prospect trusts you enough to hand over their email address. Think about it. In today's world, an inbox is highly guarded personal real estate. Getting someone to willingly hand over the keys to that inbox, that's a huge transaction. You haven't captured their cash yet, but you have captured their attention and, more importantly, their initial trust. So, if the email address is your very first sale, that means your lead magnet, that free PDF or template you offered, is actually your very first product. If you're treating the email opt-in like some basic, boring data collection form, you've already lost the game. You gotta realize that this freebie is setting the stage for the whole shebang. Your welcome emails, that is their very first customer experience with you. If that first product doesn't blow them away, you're essentially teaching your brand new prospect that your paid stuff probably isn't worth their time either. Okay, let's move into our second section, the currency of trust. Was giving this person my email actually worth it? Put yourself in their shoes. When someone joins your list, they're making a tiny commitment based on pure curiosity. But the absolute second they hit subscribe, the skepticism kicks in. They immediately start asking themselves this hypercritical question. They are literally evaluating you before they even open your first email, wondering if they just invited a bunch of annoying spam into their life. Your one and only job right now is to make sure they feel a resounding, yes, it was totally worth it.
Because here's the thing, it is wildly easy to break this fragile trust. If you send over a super weak lead magnet or some generic fluff they could have literally Googled in 3 seconds, trust broken. And it gets worse. If you instantly bombard them with greedy, desperate, buy now pitches before you've ever actually helped them, you destroy the relationship entirely. Boom, gone. They'll stop opening your emails or just hit unsubscribe. You're basically signaling that you only care about their wallet, not their actual success.
But let's flip that on its head. If your lead magnet actually solves a real painful problem for them, and your follow-up emails deliver genuinely useful advice, a magical shift happens. You become a trusted mentor. It's like every single helpful email is a deposit into a brand new bank account of trust. They start to see you as someone worth paying attention to. You're building massive credibility, which naturally skyrockets the chances of them buying from you when the time is finally right.
Which brings us to our third section, 3 rules for email.
Based on the source material, here is your definitive, step-by-step blueprint for building a crazy, profitable list. 1. Treat your lead magnet like a paid product. 2. Make every email helpful first. And 3. Earn the right to sell. Let's break these down.
Rule number 1, treat your lead magnet like a paid product. Please do not just throw together some vague, boring 50-page ebook just to harvest emails. Nobody wants that. You need to give them an immediate quick win. Think like a plug-and-play template they can use in 5 minutes flat. Why? Because when people get real results from your free stuff, a very specific psychological switch flips in their brain. They think, no way, if they give this away for free, how incredibly good must their paid stuff be? That is exactly the mindset you want.
Moving to rule 2, make every email helpful first. Keep this stark reality in your back pocket. Education builds authority, and authority builds sales. Sending daily buy my stuff emails just annoys people. Instead, teach them something cool. Share a unique strategy, solve a nagging problem, or answer a burning question. When you educate, you become the undisputed authority in the room. And honestly, people just naturally buy from authorities they trust.
Rule 3 is about earning the right to sell. Look, pitching is just asking for something before you've delivered any value. It's cold, it's highly transactional, and yeah, it's pretty annoying. Earning, on the other hand, means making enough of those trust deposits first. Selling is actually super easy after you've consistently shown up and delivered value. When you finally do recommend a paid course or product, it doesn't feel like a gross sales pitch. It feels like the obvious, natural next step for someone who is genuinely ready to go deeper with you.
All right, let's wrap this up with section 4, the bottom line. Here is your ultimate takeaway from this whole explainer. The credit card is not the first sale. If you can deliver mind-blowing value right at the opt-in and absolutely convince that person that handing over their email was the best decision they made all day, you've won. You've earned that crucial first sale. Do that, and I promise you, the actual money transactions that follow won't require any sleazy, high-pressured tactics. They'll just be an incredibly natural byproduct of the deep trust you've built.
So I'm going to leave you with this final, kind of provocative question to chew on. Take a really hard look at the emails you're sending right now. Is your welcome email a deposit of trust, or is it a withdrawal? Are you actually giving value, or are you just immediately asking for a favor? Think about where your trust balance really stands with your audience. If you're in the red, well, it's time to start making some deposits. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I really hope this gives you a completely fresh perspective on the true power of your email list.